Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to a new episode of the Looks Like On podcast. Our guest today is Moses Michalovich. He is an Israeli shadow work coach and author. If the label shadow work is new to you, let me tell you what ChatGPT says it is. According to ChatGPT, shadow work is the process of exploring the hidden or suppressed parts of yourself, your shadow. These are emotions, thoughts, or behaviors you might have rejected because they feel uncomfortable, negative, or unacceptable. Instead of ignoring these parts, shadow work helps you to gently face and accept them. By doing this, you heal old wounds, understand yourself better, and grow into a more balanced and peaceful version of yourself. It's like shining a light in the dark corners of your mind to bring clarity and healing. And this reminds me that Moses does hold workshops for shadow work and inner child therapy. You can find more information on his Instagram, My Heart Circle. Enjoy.
So how are you? Good to see you.
You too, thank you. Also, I saw your name on Facebook is Moshiko, right? Here, this is Moses.
Yeah. It means little Moses actually.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is your family like Christian or something?
No, they're Jewish.
Jewish.
They're from
Cool.
Israel.
Of
Yeah.
course, you're from Israel.
Where are
Yeah,
you from?
that's awesome. My family is from Peru, and I grew up in the US, and right now I live in Vietnam.
Oh, amazing, amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been to Peru when I was younger. I went there for surfing. It was wonderful, really
Mm,
beautiful. Yeah.
dang. People in Peru, they always ask the foreigners, like, what do you think about the food?
About the food,
Yeah.
really good. I ate in a really, really good Chinese restaurant in Lima. It was amazing. Yeah,
Really?
really amazing.
Yeah, when I go to visit, like I always gain weight. Like there's no way to not gain weight.
Yeah,
Nice. So like I've met you and several other guests now from these really cool Facebook groups, and like everyone always has an amazing story. So I was wondering,
yeah,
like, we met in the shadow work group.
right. Yeah, exactly.
Dang. So yeah, how does that journey begin for you?
Um, well, my journey began, I guess, like everyone's, on a big crisis, and yeah, yeah, I had like a really huge crisis about 4 or 5 years ago. I was stuck in a job that didn't have any future, or I didn't have any interest in it. It was like what they call a dead end job. And I had a fiance. We were together for 17 years, and she finally someday she just decided that she doesn't love me anymore. So it was a really big crisis for me.
Mm.
And she was also pregnant. We were expecting a child, and I kind of hope that this child will kind of bring us back together, something like that. And unfortunately, she had a miscarriage.
Mm.
So yeah, so that hope
Wow.
kind of went away. Also, yeah, it was quite a devastating period for me. It was very everything that I was building on in life was kind of crumbling down, and that's what kind of brought me into spirituality, the desire to escape the pain, I guess, to escape the pain of reality by finding something else to cling on, I
Mm.
guess. And so I started just taking interest in meditation and yoga and all sorts of spirituality, everything you can find on the internet, I suppose. And I stumbled upon the book King, Warrior, Magician, Lover by Dr. Robert Moore. And this is one of the books that just, really clicked for me. It just was very easy for me to find myself in that, and
Mm.
to really find these archetypes in my own personality, playing roles in my own life and my own personality.
Wow.
And just like with any really good self-help book, initially it was very annoying. It was
Yeah.
really like so right, and so like pointing out the things that are not aligned for me, that yeah, it was really annoying to read it. But this is where the gold is, I suppose. It's like
Exactly.
really, if you're willing to listen to that, if you're willing to get annoyed by it, and understand that you're angry because it's true,
Mm.
then you really get the positive value of it.
Hmm.
So so I listened to it as an audiobook, and at the end of the book, like last 5 or 10 minutes, there's an exercise, a shadow exercise that is suggesting people to do on their own. And I decided to do it like right on the spot. I said, fine, let's
Mm.
let's start, you know.
What is the
And
exercise?
it's basically like the most simple active imagination dialogue. Just find some uh, opposite point of view for your own point of view, for your ego's point of view inside you, and begin in a dialogue with it, and just start talking to it,
Mm.
and like play a little bit the devil's advocate if you want, just be open to that thing. And if it doesn't work, then you can always prompt yourself with some kind of declaration, like something nasty, something a little bit evil, like you don't deserve to be happy.
Mm.
And instead of just being protective about it and say, yes, I do, playing the ego's part, let yourself play the opposite part. Let yourself listen to the voice inside you that says, yeah, you don't deserve to be happy because you're that ABC or whatever. Like, let this voice speak out, let it have its opportunity to speak.
Hmm.
And it took me about a minute and a half or two to locate that voice inside of me, or one of them, and yeah, we engaged in a conversation. It took me about 7 minutes to figure out what it wanted, and and the goal in the exercise basically is to strike a deal at the end.
Mm.
It's not to convince that voice that he is wrong, or that he shouldn't be, or something like that. But the point here is to make a deal with this thing, you
Mm.
know? And uh,
Wait, tell us
and
what the
yeah,
deal is. What is the deal you
we
meant?
made a deal. What?
Yeah, what is the deal? Yeah, I totally know.
Well, basically, what it wanted before the deal, what it wanted was to do something of meaning, to do something that meant something, not just do my 9 to 5 job and concentrate on eating, sleeping, and watching Netflix in the evenings. He wanted to do something like really meaningful in life. And he wanted me to stand up for myself in front of back then it was my fiance. Now we're not together, so it's my ex. But yeah, and to stand up to my bosses at work, and so the deal was that initially he was very nasty. He was very mean. He didn't want it to converse. He just wanted to lash out, to
Mm.
take out everything, like all the steam that was building up there.
Hmm.
And the point is, let it do that. You play the adult. It's like a little child that has
Mm.
a lot of rage in it, and you have to be the adult here and let it blow off the steam, and then you will get to the essence of what is the need there that is not being answered.
Mm.
And yeah, he wanted to do something of meaning. And for me back then, doing something of meaning was to write a book. And we agreed about that I would write. I had something that I started. I had 10 pages that I already started sometime before that, and it kind of just stayed in one of my folders in the computer, and I didn't touch it. And I made a commitment to write 500 words a day
Mm.
from that day on. And we seem to be quite happy with that. And I did it. I did it. And today I also already wrote two books, and I have one published, and I sold quite a few copies of it, and the other one is also in process of being published right now.
Cool.
And yeah, I'm very happy about it. I can definitely
Mm.
say that this thing, writing that book, was the most meaningful thing I've ever done in my
Mm.
whole life. I'm 44 years old, and that is the most meaningful thing I've done with my life.
Wow.
It's something that I'm very, very proud of, and yeah, it all comes down to that moment of really like listening to the inner voice,
Mm.
and
Is that what they call
yeah. So
intuition?
what's that?
Is that what some people call intuition? Like that inner voice, like a inner guide that is suggesting what action to take?
I suppose that in the early steps of life, it would be some kind of intuition, but if you don't listen to it,
Mm.
then it becomes a shadow. It becomes something that is angry at you for not listening to it. There is like some kind of a feeling attached to that thing.
Mm. It
So
sounds like the
yeah,
movie
yeah,
Moana now. Oh my God. Have you seen Moana?
yeah. I suppose that yeah, if it's your real talent, and if it's a real ability that you have, and you're excited about this, and you choose not to do that, then something in you will rage against you. Something in you will be very very
Mm.
angry at you for
Wow.
not taking that path. Yeah, exactly.
It's like a kid
And
being angry for not being able to express himself. Kind of feels like that.
exactly, definitely is. That's the best.
Wow.
From my point of view, it's a wonderful way to reframe the shadow. It's just like a child that is being neglected by the parents.
Mm.
And
Wow. This makes it more
yeah,
straightforward
instead of
now, right?
thinking
So
something very evil, exactly, you
yeah.
just like
Now it's just like, okay, so now let's talk to the kid and see what he feels he's lacking, and then I guess just try your best, I guess, right? I don't know.
exactly. Try to answer that need there. Try to first find out what is the need.
Mm.
Because if it's been neglected for quite a while, then it might be very angry initially,
Mm.
but anger is also like we also use it as a mask in order to hide the some kind of inner sadness or some kind of
Mm.
a need that is not being answered. And
True.
yeah,
I remember, yeah, like
definitely.
in 2023, I felt extremely sad. And then sometimes I could choose to be angry instead because that hurt less.
Yeah,
But then I was an
definitely.
asshole.
It still sometimes happens to me to this day. I have a wonderful example from last week. My girlfriend She spent the night in another city with her friends, and the next day she came back, and we scheduled to go somewhere. And she came. She was supposed to pick me up. She took the car with her, and when she came, she called me, and I went, got in the car, and something in me expected a hug or a kiss or something like that, and instead I got, "How are you?" Something like that, you
Mm.
know. And instead of really communicating that,
Mm.
hey, what is that? You know, I want a hug, I want a kiss. You know, I just closed in. You know,
Mm.
something in me was just closing in, and yeah, I chose to act as if I didn't need anything, any affection. Didn't want it and didn't want to give it as well. And it kind of boiled into like a really big fight. And after 2 or 3 days, I was only able to say, you know, I really wanted, I really wanted to feel affection from you, and the lack of it made me feel very sad, and I didn't know how to express it, and that's why I acted out as I was angry. And
Mm.
it's something that it's a constant work, you know,
So
very
after,
hard. Yeah.
like, how did she feel after you explained that to her?
Um, she felt very relieved because she thought that there was something wrong in the way she behaved, or she didn't know what she did. She didn't know why I was so angry, and my willingness to communicate was very limited
Mm.
at that moment. You know, I didn't seize the opportunity to say, "Hey, I have my feelings were hurt. I want I want to feel more loved." I felt a little bit unloved at that moment, or unwanted at this moment, and
Mm. True.
something like that. Yeah. So, and it's very hard to say that. You know,
Mm.
it's not an easy thing, even for an adult to come and say, you know, this hurted my feelings. This made me feel unloved or unwanted. You know, we are very much programmed into acting as if we don't need it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do we pretend like that?
I don't know. Something in us was kind of. I don't know if it's something about education,
Mm.
or it is something that is just ingrained in us to show strength, and yeah, not to be like that belief that being vulnerable is bad.
Mm. I guess it feels scary, right? I just think now like a hermit crab when he leaves the shell, like it's like, oh shit, I'm naked.
Exactly. It's just like, yeah, and it's just a day-to-day practice, you know, to be with an open heart, and not to close in, and
Mm.
really a day-to-day practice, and every day, especially with relationships, you know, parents and lovers, and especially in these things, you always find somewhere that you're too protected, you know, somewhere you always find a new wall to remove, a new place that can be more open and more
True.
unprotected, and yeah, that's the great gift, I suppose, that these relationships have to give us.
Yeah, right. It's like it helps us to see blind spots that we couldn't see in a different context, maybe. I don't know.
Definitely, definitely.
Dang. So how long have you been with your current girlfriend?
2 years and a half.
Mm.
Yeah.
And she must also be on a similar journey as you, right? I'm guessing.
She she's actually not. She doesn't have that many things to fix, I suppose.
Oh. No, but I mean, like
She's
she
a very.
like meditation or something like spirituality or something, right?
Oh no, no, she's not very interested in meditation.
Mm.
She's more interested in art, dancing, acting, singing. Yeah,
Oh.
she's a very happy person, very positive person. Yeah,
Mm. Wow, so she's like
yeah.
constantly like
So
expressing herself.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Very much, very into her femininity, very
Mm.
into yeah, everything that is has to do with emotions, everything that has to do with nature. Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Very, very positive person
Mm.
from the core, something like
Wow.
that.
I was thinking about this recently, like what attracts us to people? It's just like so mind-blowing.
Uh, yeah, yeah. Well, I can definitely say that I can really see the change in the people that I attract. How my own change affects the kind of people and the kind of relationships that I
Mm.
attract myself. Yeah, and
Oh yeah.
very happy to to have taken this path and made these changes in myself, and I still do. But I definitely, in my current relationship, I can definitely see that this person was attracted to me. Uh, yeah, because I was ready for that. Because I
Mm.
was, already ready to have that kind of relationship.
Mm. Yeah, I have a girlfriend right now. We met in 2023. Yeah. And I kind of felt like I had requested to meet her, even though I had no idea who she was. And also I was with somebody else and I knew that it wasn't working out with my current partner. And I
Mm.
said like if there's somebody right for me, like I'd like to meet her, please. And then I kind of forgot about it. And then yeah, I met my current girlfriend on this spontaneous trip to India. But the problem was like then I had to end my previous relationship, and I had that
Mm.
for 3 years, and that was super scary for me to do.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
my mind basically broke, man. Like it's like I ended it, I started the new relationship, and then I felt like extreme guilt, like 24/7 extreme guilt about it. And then I kind of like flip-flop between these two girls. And that just hurt everybody and myself too. So I felt like
definitely.
super,
Yeah,
super bad about that in 2023.
definitely. Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh,
It's
a lot of like, I guess that is that what they call like Dark Night of the Soul or something, right? Is that what that is? Like a long term or like a what feels like a really long period of shadow work, maybe?
I suppose I don't know if I had it yet in my own life,
Mm,
but yeah, yeah. It sounds like the way people describe it. Then yeah, it sounds like quite a long period of doing shadow work and
mm.
conversing with these dark parts of yourself.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
parts of me that
definitely.
felt like fear of being abandoned. That was one thing. Oh, I live in Vietnam. I don't have any family here, right? Like it's just me and I have my friends here, thankfully. But my family is not here with me.
Yeah,
So I don't know, I just had this like huge fear of being alone.
yeah, definitely, definitely. And it's also I don't know how it is in Vietnam, but I just got back from Thailand. I've been there for a couple of months, and also the difference in the cultures make you feel a little bit more lonely.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit, because even the people that you do meet, it's very hard to communicate on the same level, especially Like if their level of it's not just the language, but it's also like a real, yeah, a real cultural barrier, I suppose.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's big differences sometimes. Or like here in Vietnam, if you mention Israel, they usually say like, "Oh, they're very smart. They're very smart." They usually say like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they're very intellectual, I suppose. Yeah, a lot of engineers, a lot of, yeah, yeah.
what do you think about what's his name? Yuval Noah Harari.
Have no, I know that he's like really, really smart, and I don't really know too much about him, but I do know that he's very famous, and I haven't been following his what he's doing
Mm.
too much. But yeah, I know that a lot of people have a really strong opinion
Mm.
about this stuff.
I think you would enjoy reading *Sapiens*, the first book. The other ones, he talks about the future, what he thinks will happen, but I haven't really read those. But *Sapiens*, I think you would like.
Yeah, I will definitely check it out. It's definitely on my to-do list. It's just that this list is just getting bigger and bigger, you know, with good things. It's not just like
Cool.
to do work stuff. It's like really to-do list with a lot of yeah, interesting things and a lot of things I'm passionate about.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think that's been one of my biggest obstacles right now is like maybe being scared to take action.
Mm. On what would you like to do?
Like I am coaching, but I haven't found any clients because I haven't even looked properly for clients, or maybe part of me feels that that it's hard to do it, and then also maybe I think I have like a wrong thinking about money, possibly, where I'm blocking, like sabotaging
Mm.
myself in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like other things too, like even maybe some aspects of my relationship, and also even like even for this podcast, like yeah, for this podcast, like I felt shy to ask these other people that I told them I would interview them and I forgot to schedule them. I feel shy to go ask them to come. Like these a lot of silly
Yeah.
things.
Well, what I do, I also have a coaching business. I don't do one-on-one. I usually do group meetings, workshops, and there's like a monthly program where we meet once a week, and we do shadow work. We do inner child meditations, self-love, a lot of vulnerability circles, you know. And the way that I started is I started running ads on Instagram, like I paid for it, and yeah, people like if your ad is good, people will come,
Cool.
and you have to give them like a little free treat or something like that, some kind of a free, I don't know, 10-minute video or audio meditation, something like that, and in exchange for the details for the email and stuff like that, and then you
Yeah.
generate yourself like a list of people that you can market your products, your coaching. Just do email marketing, and it works. It takes a while to get it running. It takes about a year, you
Mm.
know, but it does work. And if you have a lot of followers on Instagram or Facebook or something like that, then yeah, it's easier.
Dang, I think you're living my dream life right now.
I still work, and I still it's still like hard. It's not that easy, you know.
No, but
I
still, but
still have to.
did you like drop your day job and you're now you coach full time?
No, not yet, not yet, not yet. This
Ah,
is what
okay.
I'm hoping to do.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
this would be a really significant milestone for me
Cool.
to just like do that 100% of the time. But no, not yet.
Mm, that's cool.
Not yet.
You're
But
definitely
I
on the
can
way
tell
there,
you
man.
that in every little step, you do a progress. Every little step is something in you opens up, and if it's like recording videos, then something will click, and if it's inviting people to join your workshop or offering your program or anything like that, you kind of, how can I say it? You kind of when you engage with reality, you kind of bump yourself in the corners every time until something in you is finds the right path. You know, it's like reality will bump you a little bit until you will find your own path. But these little bumps are positive. It's good. It's progress. You know, so yeah, it's something that you learn a lot from, and also it's very important to maintain a sense of detachment. You know, you do it because what will life look like without doing it? Not because you want to get paid or you want to
Mm,
be some kind of be in some kind of other reality. You know, you do it because right now in this reality you want it. You know, it's not like you do it as a bargaining with the future. I will do this now, and the future will give me something else. And yeah, it's just doing it for the sake of doing it, you know, and not
mm.
for the result and
It's more fun that way, right?
something like that. It's more fun, and you learn a lot, and yeah, you're very you learn to let go. You know, you just let go of the outcome and just do whatever feels right now.
Mm,
And nobody knows, you know. Maybe for one person, just trying to do something is their quest in life. And maybe what life wants to teach them is that failing is that it's okay to fail. You know, maybe that's the lesson that they need to learn. So just be open to that as well, and you know, failing in one thing, it's might be a good a good wake up call or a good like life's way to redirect you into a different into where you will be more uh, productive or more efficient or more in alignment with the thing that you want. Yeah,
mm, cool. Do you think you'll ever come visit Southeast Asia? I mean,
I
back.
go there usually twice a year. I go to Thailand to study yoga and meditation. I have twice a year for 2 months usually.
Mm,
Yeah,
oh. Have you
I
been to
just came
Vietnam?
back there a month ago from Thailand.
Mm. Have you been to
Have you
Japan?
been?
In
Yeah,
Thailand,
yeah.
I've only been to Bangkok and Pattaya and Phuket. Um,
Mm,
but I heard Chiang Mai is totally different, right?
beautiful, amazing, really, really beautiful. Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai, so beautiful. Very nature is so powerful there. It's just so rich and abundant. You know, it's everywhere you look is jungles and temples and really, really amazing. You know, really
Mm.
amazing.
I think it's pretty
Yeah.
cool how in the metro in Bangkok they have a special seat for monks.
Wow, so cool. I haven't been there yet. I haven't been to the metro. Usually, like I kind of skip Bangkok. You know, just airport and and
Mm.
move toward to other destinations. I haven't really explored it in fully this city, but I hear that it's like one of the most alive places in the world. You know, it's so vibrant and
It has really good
yeah,
food too.
yeah. I guess I'm a little bit intimidated by the crowds and yeah, like the
Mm.
craziness of it. It's very much alive. You know, very vibrant. And
That's true.
something in me is always wanting to escape towards nature or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you would like to come to Vietnam and check out the jungles here. I think you would like that.
Yeah. Where are you staying in Vietnam? Where is your base?
Do you know Ho Chi Minh City?
I know of it.
Mm. Yeah, so we're here in the south. It's pretty warm here all year long.
Amazing.
Or just once.
Amazing. And you're living there or you're just traveling?
I'm living here. I've been here for about 6 years.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. With your girlfriend?
Well, I met her in 2023. Yeah. Before that, I was with a different girlfriend, and before that, I was just dating, I guess. Yeah, but it's definitely when I go back home to Virginia, because I'm from Virginia, it feels like culture shock again to go back home.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And then to come back to
Yeah.
Vietnam from there is like another culture shock again, even though I should be used to it. It's like I couldn't accept that it was different
Yeah.
back home.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Those differences, I remember when I first went to India, it was around 2000, I think, 1999, something like that. And it was such a shock. I didn't want to get off the taxi from the airport. You know, I just wanted to go back, straight back to the airport. And the taxi driver just didn't want to take me. You know, I had to get off.
Hmm.
And it was just such a shock. Wow.
Okay. I was just thinking right now, do you have any favorite spiritual teachers?
Favorite. I suppose that I really like Eckhart Tolle. I think he's just amazing. Really, really simplifying the what is spirituality in a very down to earth kind of language. Um, yeah, I suppose that this is my
Mm,
usually go to kind of place where I'm practicing spirituality.
cool.
Uh,
I saw he was featured like last week on Oprah's podcast or something. They were talking about New Earth,
wow,
and she said that's like her
amazing.
favorite book, like next to the Bible or something.
It is. It's yeah, that good. It is that good. You know.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, the first time I
definitely.
heard from him was from a Vietnamese monk. He gave me a bunch of books to read, and The Power of Now was one of those books.
Yeah, it's just really it's on the same shelf as any spiritual book from any time in world history. You know, it's just the same. It's as powerful as any of these other books, and it just really gives you the gist of things. They're really like
Mm.
in a very understandable way. You know.
What
I
would
also like David Data for
you,
relationship stuff.
who was it? David who?
David Data, it's called. is called.
Mm. For our
Yeah.
relationships. Okay, I was gonna ask you, what is the connection between the pain body and the shadow, like the shadow work? Or what is the pain body actually? That's like the harder question that I forget. I'm not sure how to explain it.
I suppose that it's in a way it's your ego. It's some elements of your ego, the
Mm,
ones that are in that are in agony because of your ego,
mm,
something like that. Like if your ego is proud of something and happy about some accomplishments that you made, then it will not. Then this accomplishment will not be a part of your pain body. But if your ego is disappointed about something that you didn't do or something that you failed doing, then this kind of story of I failed will be attached to this because there will be some kind of feeling attached to this story. I tried this and this and I failed and I'm disappointed because of it. So this becomes part of your identity. You
mm,
become the one who is disappointed, the
mm.
one who failed, or something like that. And that becomes, yeah, part of you.
Dang. It's I'm trying to just yeah. It's almost like it's like the wounded part of the kid, like something like that.
In a way, in a way, yeah, it's a part of you that doesn't agree with the fact that it's okay to fail. It's really holding on to that thing, and instead of really saying, I failed and I'm great and I'm still great, no, it disagrees
Mm,
with this kind of logic. Its reasoning is I failed, and therefore I'm not great anymore.
mm. Feels like
And
shame, right?
something like that. Something like that. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Mm,
There's there is a lot of feeling around it, but this has to do for me. I'm I'm not really sure that spirituality can fix that. I think that there are three pillars to your well-being, I suppose. One would be spirituality, the other would be therapy, and the third will be physically. So the way to deal with them, I suppose that for physics you would do yoga and you would exercise to just be healthy and feel good in the body. For your psychological part, you go to therapy, and
mm,
for spirituality, you do spirituality. I'm not sure that spirituality can fix the psychology. It can bypass it in a way, and that's
mm.
what you call like a spiritual bypass. And you see it in a lot of
I've
people
done
where
that.
they don't attend to the psychological issues with therapy. They will try to bypass it by getting more spiritual, by practicing more spirituality and hoping that they will rise above them. It is possible if you reach like a really, really high enlightened being level, but I think that these are kind of two different things that should be attended in a different kind of way.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. Because ultimately, psychological issues are of the person. They're not of the spirit. So it is the person that wants to fix or to take them into therapy. Uh, you were not born with these psychological issues, and you will not die with them as well. You know,
Mm.
it's just the spirit is the thing that is channeled from from God, from the universe, and what generates the psychological issues is the experience in life. Something happened, and therefore I feel like that. The spirit comes very pure and very, it doesn't come with issues in a way.
Mm.
So I suppose that these are like little different pillars, different pillars of the same pyramid or structure.
Yeah, it feels like to grasp the like the message of spirituality is easy to do intellectually, but it doesn't mean that you can just bypass everything. You still have to feel everything. And
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
didn't know I thought that that we could just bypass it, but then when it hit me, I just didn't even see it coming. It just hit me so hard.
yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Because yeah, when you discover spirituality, it's like, yeah, I found something good. That's the answer to all my problems. And you hug it very strongly, and then you encounter the fact that there is still issues to deal with, and
Yeah.
it's a really, yeah, yeah, it's a harsh discovery that I will have to attend my issues anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
spirituality gives you the detachment, the ability to be detached a little bit from those issues and from that personality. It gives you that let's take a break, let's dive inside into the real spirit, and from that place try to attend to my own personal issues. And
Hmm.
yeah, it's a work for it's a lifelong work. Nobody, if you finish all the work, I think you're gonna die. I think that there will no reason, no more reason left to be a part of this world.
Hmm.
Unless your work will be to help others, which is what you're doing as a coach. So
Try my best. Try my best.
yeah, yeah, we all do.
Then would you just describe right now like somebody who's I don't know how to say like is reaches some kind of awakening where they don't even have to be here anymore? I think some people I don't know like have you heard of Ramana Maharshi?
Yeah,
Like I think he like tried to meditate until death or something.
yeah, yeah. But you have to know that there are a lot of spiritual, enlightened people uh, who did not attend to their psychological issues.
That's true.
One thing to be enlightened, but you can still be enlightened and be an asshole at the same time. It doesn't really. They're not. It doesn't have to be like a complete unified path.
Mm,
You can be enlightened in the way that you do identify with the spirit, and you do not identify with the body and the persona.
mm,
But on your day-to-day life, you can still be the same person, the same, yeah.
mm. What is enlightenment to you?
It's the going through life, going through every moment in life, and spending it as the spirit, and yeah, just being that thing all the time.
Mm,
It's very, very, or at least most of the time, and it's not as easy. Even when you do meditation, even when you dedicate like 20 minutes, 30 minutes for that, even in those moments, for me at least, where I'm at right now, there are moments where I shift between the person and the spirit, and I have to keep reminding myself and bringing myself back and back. So I suppose that being enlightened is just being in that state all the time, or most of the time, at least.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah,
but it is
oh yeah, tell me.
for most the task that is it's an ongoing task. It's a task that is doomed even to fail because you do have to eat, you do have to go to the bathroom, you do have to do human stuff, to do person stuff, and you do have to communicate with other people. And it's very hard to communicate with other people as a spirit, you know. And for us, people who live in houses and work and interact, we're not like some kind of a yogi that is living in a cave on
Mm,
a mountain or something like that, and is just not seeing a person in 10 or 20 years. So yeah, that's very easy to become something else like that.
mm,
But when you have to converse with people and pay bills and interact with partner, with the feminine counterpart. This thing is just God made those things exactly to poke you when you're not ready yet. This is just like their intention in life. This is their meaning in life.
mm.
So you know, there's a famous quote from a guy called Ram Dass. Have you heard about him? He's a very famous. Yeah, he said, if you think you're enlightened, go spend a week with your family. And it's very hard. It's very, very hard. So, yeah. So for us in this world where we live, it's an ongoing task and it's an ongoing uh, I hate to say battle because it's more of a game that you
Yeah,
play. If you take it like a battle, like something you have to fight against, then it's all automatically creates some kind of tension in you.
yeah,
I'm fighting something,
yeah.
but
It's like a dance.
yeah, but when you play, you can enjoy and relax it. And
Like it's
yeah,
something cool to experience, I guess.
exactly, exactly. It's just like you catch yourself. Oh, I missed here.
Mm,
I kind of didn't notice myself here.
yeah.
All right, and then it's very easy for you to, and then you kind of appreciate the other person that poked you in order for you to see that. They're not doing it for you to see something. They're just their normal behavior is poking you, but you can really be grateful for them for that.
Mm,
And instead of when you're in a battle, then they are your enemy in a way. They are the one who's doing it for to you, and you're already. I can already feel myself tensing in. Physically. Even the body reacts to it physically.
that's
You
so
know. Yeah.
get
Yeah.
all defensive and like, oh my gosh, like
Oh, exactly. 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 I've been when I was in Thailand. I practice. I like Muay Thai, the Thai boxing.
it's
And when I go to Thailand, usually it's like a really good opportunity to learn and to practice there. And even after like being quite an experienced, I don't know if like an experienced is a good word for it, but I have some experience, I suppose. And even with my own experience, when I went in the couple of first times, they always used to tell me, "You're tensed up.
Mm.
You're not loose," you know. And for me, it was, of course, like I have to protect myself. Obviously, I will not be loose.
Mm.
But then you learn that even inside that confrontation, you can be loose. You
Cool.
know, it's something that yeah, it's a real it's something that you learn with your mind, or something that you kind of realize with the mind, and the body understands it. The body reacts to this change in perspective. And
Cool.
instead of being, you're still holding the protection, you're still holding your fists up, but you just feel more, yeah, more okay with the fact that there is a fight going on right now.
Yeah. And the cool thing is that when you're in that state, you can actually protect yourself better than if you were like
Yeah,
freaking out about it.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. It's just that you're so tensed about not getting hit that it takes over all of your being. You're just not, you're limiting yourself into a thing that doesn't want to get hit, instead of your entire being. You
Right.
know, your whole being is just being condensed into one intention and one thought. And it's really, really like, yeah, it's a process of learning to let go, and you kind of understand it with your mind, and then the realization comes to the body, and a few practices later, it will you will feel yourself more loose. Yeah.
That reminds me that I have to apply this same mindset for like the fear that I've been feeling. Just get more loose, stop being so stiff.
Yeah, yeah. But for us, I suppose that that's the difference between the masculine and the feminine, you know, because for us, as when we play the role of the masculine in life or in relationships, we have to really choose to confront it. We have to really choose it in order to release it.
Mm.
If you know, it's like a yeah, it's a choice that you have to make, instead of surrendering to what is right now, in a way. And and I find that sometimes it's, for me, it's a little bit harder to really choose the challenge, to really choose the confrontation, but staying in a open and loving place, you know, to be in confrontation with someone or with something in life, but still be open, loving, and allowing myself to get hurt sometime, even to really get hurt sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Moses. I think we can talk for many hours. I believe this. I'm sure we'll have
Definitely,
many
definitely.
more
Yeah, yeah.
conversations. Thank you so much, man. I'll see you. Have a great rest of your
Thank you very much. It was so fun to talk to you.
Awesome, bro. Take care. See you.
All right, goodbye.